So we're going to get started now.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started and really...
Nice.
Thanks, Diane. Awesome. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is so exciting to be here at the Barelas Community Center in our gorgeous community garden. We have a lot to talk about. We're celebrating the passage of the City of Albuquerque's updated sustainability resolution. And we have a lot of people who want to speak, so I'm just going to get it kicked off by introducing Councillor Feeblecorn, who was tremendously supportive in getting this updated. Councillor? Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here today. This is a really exciting time for Albuquerque. I don't know if you're aware, climate change is real. It is here right now. It is impacting my constituents and everyone across this city right now. And so it's really nice to see the city coming together, moving this ordinance forward. We do need to do our part to mitigate climate change, but I also want to point out that this does more than that. It really goes towards resiliency. We know that Albuquerque residents are already feeling the impact of climate change, and particularly our frontline folks. Every single study we know says that frontline communities are going to be impacted the most and the hardest. And this ordinance goes beyond just what the city's doing to what we can do to help our residents. And that's really important to me. We need to make sure that the fight against climate change and those benefits of that fight make it to our frontline communities. So that's what we did. There were a few weakening amendments at the last minute, but it's still a very strong bill, and I'm very proud to have been the sponsor. So thanks for being here, thanks for supporting this, and thanks for recognizing climate change and doing all we can to fight it. Thanks. All right, thank you so much, Counselor. Now we also have another counselor with us, and we're really happy that she was able to come to the table. She helped us get this resolution over the finish line. Without her support, I don't know if it would have happened, so really appreciate Counselor Grout.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me today. This is a lovely, lovely space. You all that are down here and get to enjoy it every day, you're very blessed, and I'm glad it's here. And I was glad that administration and Councilor Feeblecorn listened to me, and because I think it's important that we do have compromises. And so I think that this energy efficient policy hadn't been changed in several years, and so it was time to be changed and updated. And I think the updates reflect current technology. They are measurable, and they ask the administration to look at the cost benefits of implementing new energy technologies. And the changes still allow for flexibility and emphasizing savings to the taxpayer and in our money. So I'm excited for what's to come and what can come out of it. And yay, let's sign this bill.
All right, well, thank you. We also have Diane Reese, who's the chapter president for the Rio Grande chapter of the Sierra Club, to help us launch this.
Good morning, everyone. I want to agree with Councilor Grout. What a beautiful space. I'm very envious of this grape arbor. Lovely to have it. I'm a proud resident of the South Valley, and I want to say good morning and welcome to my part of town. I think it's the best. Mayor Keller, Council Feeblecorn, and Councilor Grout, and Ms. Simon, and the Sustainability Department. I want to thank you for the opportunity to celebrate with everyone today. As chair of the executive committee, I'm proud to represent nearly 8,000 members and supporters of the Rio Grande chapter of the Sierra Club here in New Mexico and West Texas. The motto of the Sierra Club is explore, enjoy, and protect the planet. Key to our mission is to promote responsible use of the Earth's resources and ecosystems. And it's actions like today, a bipartisan sustainability resolution that was passed, that helps us move towards that goal. Climate change, as Councilor Feeblecorn said, is indeed real, and it is here. It can be incredibly overwhelming to us, to our children, to this community. Working with partners with foresight, resources, and a positive attitude can help us all keep our spirits up and our actions ongoing. The city's climate action plan strives to bring this message down to the individual level. It offers concrete ways for each of us to take small steps in our daily lives, as well as planning and funding those bigger projects that have made our city a national pioneer in sustainability. So again, thank you for the opportunity. Let's celebrate. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you so much, Diane. So we're just so happy to be here, aligning the work that the Sustainability Office is already doing with the resolution that we've just passed. Certain programs like the composting program that is behind you over here were not around when the prior iterations of this resolution took place. So we are solidifying our commitments to moving the city forward. We're keeping sustainable best practices in mind across departments. And we're doing lots of things across many departments in the city. And I'm just going to touch on a couple of the things that happen in this resolution. The first thing is we touch on sustainable economic development. So we are considering environmental impacts in all of our business recruitment packages, which means that we are looking at green jobs and a green economy. We're also looking at energy, of course. We're finding ways to use less energy with innovative projects like the Brain, which allows for real-time energy tracking in all city facilities and equitable access to energy efficiency upgrades. In the transportation area, we're continuing to invest in electric vehicles and buses. And of course, we're installing the very needed EV charging stations as they come online. In the built environment, which we know accounts for the majority of the greenhouse gas emissions, we're looking at heat mitigation strategies like cool roofs and alternative pavement options. In sustainable materials management, we're looking at keeping our materials in circulation as long as possible. We're repurposing, reusing, recycling, and now composting our materials. We are also really focusing on nature-based sustainable practices, and this primarily includes our tree canopy, because we know that this not only cools but beautifies our city. Look at this garden as an example. Finally, our sustainable procurement practices will allow us to buy local and also environmentally safe products whenever possible. So much of what is outlined in this resolution is the work we've been doing already over the past 6 years, thanks to the leadership of Mayor Keller and the development of the Sustainability Office. But now we're taking that work to the next level. We're committed to working across departments and toward a more sustainable future. Thank you. Now I want to introduce the man of the hour, Mayor Keller, whose vision was the update of this ordinance. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Hello, everyone, and what a beautiful day to be in the shade. And so really appreciate everyone here. We have a wonderful gathering of folks who work on climate change and on beautifying our city and greening our city each and every day, with advocates who fight for all of that and everything in between with respect to carbon reduction and renewable energy. And we also have some wonderful folks from our senior center who enjoy this garden each and every day. And so a wonderful setting for this signing of this legislation. And from my perspective, I think just want to share a couple of things. First and foremost, that for us, sustainability, it's not just aspirational, it's necessary. That's number one. And that's something that we've been, the Sustainability Office didn't exist until we came in. And so we've been trying to institutionalize this work across multiple departments and do it in a way that's coordinated by an actual office that is going to be returning actually to our Environmental Health Department, which is very good because it's really where it should be. And so we appreciate Ann Simon for stepping into the role as Sustainability Officer. So give her a round of applause. This is one of the first things she's worked on. And also, we know that, while there's so much further to go, and we think about what's happening, whether it's internationally or nationally, and it makes me grateful, meaning like challenges around climate change and carbon. But it does make me grateful always, especially as I see some of the advocates here too, that at least we live here. Like, I feel like in general in New Mexico, we're doing our part. And it's because of all of you who've been doing this work for so long, but also buy-in from whether it's a neighborhood or whether it's our seniors to participate and show that we all have a role to play in reducing our carbon footprint. And so for us too, updating this ordinance reflects all of that our sustainability officer mentioned in terms of that one Albuquerque spirit, but to help our environment and sustainability and do what we can with respect to climate change. So that's what we're celebrating here today. Now, these newer areas, which I think are very fun, like food waste, we talked about these bins in particular, but we finally also have back at the city our sort of, I forget his official title, but where's Matthew at? The Mushroom Man. He's hiding back here somewhere. So there he is. What's your official title?
Fuse Executive Fellow for the City of Albuquerque's Sustainability Office.
Okay, but he works on food and composting, and so we wanted to have, thanks. I asked you what it was. It was long, which is why I never remember it. But the point is, we have someone at the city who's focused on these issues. And we actually are way behind when it comes to those issues, which is why we wanted to bring Matthew on board. Like if you go to other cities, you see what they're doing with composting in restaurants and things like this. And so we're grateful to have Matthew. So round of applause for stepping into that role. So together we're going to keep pushing forward ahead, thanks to the help from City Council for updating this, but also all the folks who work on this each day. And as a reminder, we're one of the top 4 solar cities in America. That is a great thing, by the way. Yeah. And our government is about 90% solar. We were almost at 100, and then we bought the old Loveless Hospital, and so which it is not green powered yet. So we kind of slipped back, but for a good reason. And of course, we continue our commitment to transitioning electric buses. Those are awesome. If you haven't seen those, we also have our shorter micro transit project is electric bus run, which is very cool. So we continue to transition our fleet, and of course, adding those EV charging stations. So much more to do, but also much sort of that we can say at least has already been a step in the right direction. So with that, I think I'm just going to join the picnic table. We'll sign some documents, and we'll take it. Anything else, Maya, that you want to touch on?
No, I
Protocol?
think
Anything?
we'll get everyone kind of moved around this direction.
Okay, sounds good. So I'll scoot. I'm going to go around on this.
Yeah. Do you all want me to take the mics over? Yeah. Of course. See, I can have a purpose.
You have a lot of purposes.
You're good where you are. You're welcome to stay.
Well, we'll get Counselor and Tammy had to go, unfortunately. Yeah. But yeah. They'll wrangle them. Yeah. How are you?
I'm so glad you're here to support us.
Good to be here.
As a senior citizen, I just enjoy this community center. I'm glad you came for us.
They can stand behind you. I'll stand behind you. Okay. Yeah, Counselor and Ann, someone should scoot in here. Primo spot here for someone. She had to go, I think. Yeah. Yeah, jump on in.
Let me take my glasses.
Stay. It's okay. Stay here. You guys are all. Yeah. Certainly.
Sandra's is the one who did the compost.
Oh, nice. Oh, my bad.
No worries.
Thanks, Sandra. Okay. So if we, just for fun to explain, it's a fun tradition to have a signing pen. So if some of you don't have one from governors or mayors, the president does it too. Maybe, someone might have one of those. But anyway, so if you want one, I have many. Okay. So feel free to take one. And they look good, but they're really cheap pens. So yeah, don't feel bad about taking a fancy pen, because they're not fancy at all.
They only last for like just a little.
Yeah, it's so true. And what's today's date? 4th?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So you can just kind of take one and pass it on, sort of, as a fun way to do it, yeah. Okay, and we're in June. All right, and we'll try and use several of them here.
Okay.
All right, we'll just change directions. Yeah, Ann, this is probably your first one. Give it to me to write. So, yeah. Alright. And try and go a little faster here. Well, it is awesome. It's one of the, fun things that I remember Governor Richardson doing this, and Marty Chavez, and Governor Martinez would veto my bills and give me the pen all the time. She loved doing that.
Okay.
That was like her favorite thing to do to me.
Signing pen.
Sure.
Josh can be the pen. The catch-all. Yeah.
Okay.
Recycle some pens.
For the next bill.
Okay. All right. Good job, everyone. Congratulations.
Come on, tighten it up. Let's go. All right. Come on, tuck in. You're good. All right, everybody look over here.